Hello, welcome to Auto Content API tool. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a podcast, how to generate your own podcast from scratch. So we have to go to the left-hand side of the page and click on Create. Great, here we are. Now we have to add a resource. Here we can choose from three different types of resources. Here we're going to give our program the information it needs to create the podcast. So here's the content, the context that our podcast is going to be about, the topic. We can provide a URL, enter any website, any URL we desire. We can also enter some text, and we can also upload a file from our computer. We also have an interesting feature, which is to provide a custom script instead. Here we could type the exact script we want our podcast to follow. So our hosts, our speakers will just read this exact script that we provided, which is quite interesting also. Okay, now we have to choose our voices. We can choose from Notebook LM default voices, or we could also custom our voices. We have the option to choose between different types of voices, different tones, men, women, whatever we desire, we can choose. We can choose speaker 1, speaker 2. Great. And we can choose the language. We can choose between 50 different languages. And our podcast will be generated in that language we chose. And last but not least, we can give some instructions. Here you can provide more information about how you want your podcast to be styled, the tone of the speakers. For example, I want my host to make a super funny intro. So here we can provide that instructions for our program to understand what we want our podcast to be about. I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to paste a URL about a news web page. I'm going to use Notebook LM Voices, and I'm going to use the default English language. I'm not going to provide any instructions. This is an optional step. You can give them, or if you don't want, you don't have to provide more instructions. I'm not going to choose this now. And last step is to generate the podcast. Here we go. Podcast generation started successfully. So now podcast is being generated, and we will have it shortly. Thank you for listening, and I will be explaining in more videos how to modify podcasts and how to tweak podcasts that you already generated. Thank you.